Hi, Cancer. This is the fifth dimension, and this is a general reading for Cancer. I am going to bring through a family member for you who is standing beside you as a spirit guide here on earth, someone who meant something to you or you were very close with, and they have passed, but they stand beside you here on earth as an extra level of love and protection. So I'm going to meditate and pray and close my eyes, and I'm going to let someone come through. And then I have some tools to pick some specific characteristics to confirm that this is in fact the person that you're thinking that it is. So give me a minute here, Cancer. Okay, I am bringing forward a 17, 18, 19-year-old male. He has blondish hair. There's no red in his hair. It's definitely blonde, or maybe a little bit of a dark blonde, but it's definitely blonde. It was much blonder when he was younger, but not a lot. He got in a car accident. He was driving a gray SUV. The initials, there might have been the initials S, E, or P on the license plate. He had left in the light to go out with his friends, so 4 or 5 p.m., and the accident happened later in the night. I know that it was dark. This vehicle flipped. He was by himself, so he might have been on his way home. He was wearing something that night that he normally would never wear. It was a ring. And I asked him, are you sure you're telling me a ring? And he said, yes. He said, it was my grandfather's ring, and I was not supposed to wear it, but I did that night. I just didn't let my parents see me leave with it on. Or parent, the mother, or a sister, or an aunt, or a female was home. Let's see. Okay, no. He said no one was home when he left, but that his mother, possibly his mother, a female I'm getting, I can see her, with short hair, brown hair. She was the one that was home when he passed. So she might have been the one contacted regarding this accident. He hung on for a very short time, or he was pulled out of the vehicle. They tried to make him stable, and then he was transported. And the mother, or the loved one that's still here on the earthly plane, did not know he had passed, did not know the severity of the accident, just knew that she needed to get there. She wears t-shirts, plain, and she wears, kind of like I have on, a sweater or a hoodie, a zip-up hoodie over her top. This is her attire a good bit of the time. The relative of this young man that has passed. I see the SUV. It was older, possibly around 2008 SUV. Okay. He said, he's telling me that it was his time, that it was just a fluke, and there really was nothing that he had done to contribute to the accident. He said he had been drinking earlier in the night. He said he didn't realize that it had impaired him by the time that he got back on the road. I can kind of see where this accident happened. It was paved roads, a large intersection. It was either before the large intersection or after the large intersection, but the intersection is surrounded by woods, or not really woods, but not stores and buildings, if that makes sense. I wish I knew the model of the SUV. I apologize. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'd like to do is bring forth his eye color. So I'm going to ask Divine Spirit, Great White Light, please bring forward a number, a letter, and an eye color that is representative of this young man. And then also finally, his messages to his loved one, if he could speak to them now. Please bring this forth for me, and we thank you so much, Divine. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to close my eyes, and I have a bowl of eye color, and I'm going to just reach in and pull one. Okay, I have that he had brown eyes. They weren't dark brown, but they were medium brown, a little darker than medium brown. So he must have had, I call this, I know it looks like honey, but I call it the true brown versus the dark brown. So I don't have a brown, a good brown to represent eye color. So whenever I receive this one, I take it to mean as a medium brown color. In other words, you look into his eyes and you can definitely tell that they are a medium standard brown color. Okay. All right, and then I made some cards that represent initials, and so I'm going to try to bring forth, with divine guidance, the initials of either his first or last name. For Cancer, please bring forth the initials or some letters that are representative of this handsome young man who passed way too early. For his family, please help us confirm. I've got two. I'm going to grab one more. I'm sorry they fall on the floor. Oh my goodness. That was huge. All right. I normally wouldn't do this, but I am getting full words sometimes from Spirit. So several just fell, and I'm going to take them all in case we get a full word here. So I want to show you the first two that came out. So this was a separate drop. So E and A. So his initials might have been A-E, E-A. His first name might have been Heath, and so E and A are both in that name. Don't force things to fit, but think outside the box. All right, so let's see what I've got here. And I don't know if I should have taken all of these, but okay, well, maybe you'll see a word that I don't, or possibly these letters may mean something to you regarding this young man. So I already showed you the E and the A. I've got L, U, O, and M. Lastly, I have S, X, and H. So that's a good bit. I am not seeing a word. If you see a word, please comment in the section below. Okay, was he heading home? Okay, he was heading home. I found a word. This is crazy. I love when this happens, but it just blows my own mind also. So, home. He was headed home at the time the accident happened. And then if you take out those letters, because that's his message, then these are the letters that we are left with. Okay, here we go. Did he play the saxophone in high school? Or did he play the saxophone for fun? Or did he, like the saxophone? Or music, like maybe music with a saxophone in it? I got sax for sax. I take that to mean saxophone. All right, so then if we take out home and we take out sax, I have got an L and a U. So these could be his initials, or this could mean something to you. All right. Now we know that because of his age, he did not get to have a career per se as an adult, a grown adult in his 20s, 30s, 40s, and on up. So I'm going to pick his energy because I can't confirm what he did for a living because he was young, and I'm so sorry for your loss. His life ended, way too short, but just know that this was part of the plan. It was his time to go. It wasn't anything anyone did. It wasn't anything anyone shouldn't have done. So that's the truth, or the intuition of the truth that I'm getting as far as his situation goes. I have that he had the energy of a soldier. Possibly he was kind of a warrior, someone who took on other people's problems. He didn't have trouble sticking up for anyone, especially himself. He might have wanted to go into the military, might have been in ROTC in high school. I'm not sure. I'm not totally getting that. I'm getting that he thought about it during high school and he had decided that he was going to do that. And I see the Army as possibly his choice. I don't know if he actually signed up or if that's just what his intention was, and you as his family member or loved one would know what he was thinking as far as that goes. Man, I just loved those words coming out. It's just crazy. Okay, all right. So for this handsome young man, spirit, divine, please give us some numbers. This can be the month of his birth, the month of his death, his birth date, his death day, address, cell phone number, numbers. All right, I got the amount that I feel like can give us some information. I normally pull 3, but 4 fell, and like I did with the letters, I take them all. All right, so the 4 is probably representative of April, possibly, born or passed in April. And then the days I have are 14, 12, and 18. That could be his birth date or his death date. Or it could be 2018, 2014, 2012. All right, so now we're going to get to my favorite part, because if this handsome young man were able to speak to us right now or to you through me, what does he want to say to you? So I love these cards. I call them my Stairway to Heaven cards. Spirit, divine, great white light, please give us the words of this young man to his loved one, his family member. All right, I got 3. Excuse me while I pick them up. I got 4. I just felt 2 in what I thought was 1, so we have 4. Wow. Okay. All right. So he said, and I think this is cute because, when you get 18 years old, you feel pretty responsible and you think you're really starting to mature and grow up. So I think that this is really sweet. He said, if I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. And you will know what that means. There's something that he felt regret about. Could have been school, could have been his choice in friends. He wants me to tell you, don't be afraid. Are you afraid for a younger sibling, a blonder child, maybe in the ages of 7, 8, or 9, or maybe 7 years younger than this young man who passed? You're afraid for him because of losing one child already, which rightfully so. So he says, don't be afraid. And he's probably with you and his sibling, if that is the case. But there's something, and you would know, why is he saying don't be afraid? There's something you're fearful of that he's telling you not to be fearful any longer. And he wants you to choose love. Life is a series of choices. Choose love. And I can feel your energy, the Cancer viewer. I can feel the heaviness, and that this is, obviously put a negative um, heart space. And he is just saying life is a series of choices. So each day choose love. And he wants you to know one last thing. This is beautiful. We'll be together again. So just know, Cancer, I know you miss him so much, and I'm so sorry for your loss. Just know that you will be together again, and know that he stands beside you here on earth as one of your guides, as an extra level of love and protection. And I appreciate your time. I hope this resonated. Please, please, please subscribe. I'm new, and I really, really want to make the channel grow so I can bring healing to lots of people that have lost loved ones and just are grieving so badly. I'm so sorry for your losses, all of you. I love you, and this is the Fifth Dimension. Check in with me next week for a new general Cancer reading. Thanks. Take care.